So today's video is me unboxing and going through one of my holy grail figures. This is a figure that I specifically remember when it came out, and I remember passing on it because I wasn't into the show that it was from at the time. This figure had skyrocketed in value, and I regretted it ever since. So I was able to find one, and today I would like to make a video, kind of document it just like I did with Lyle Kaiser. So that figure is the Generation Selects God Neptune. And of course you already knew that if you saw the thumbnail and read the title. But this is a set of figures that I wanted, and I passed on it because I was like, I love the colors, the white, the green, the gold. They go together so well. But I was like, I have King Poseidon, Piranacon, whatever you want to call it. I don't need this one. It's just a repaint. And then I watched Beast Wars 2nd, and I thought the characters were such a cool concept. But the fact that they were like space pirates, and I just thought that was a really cool concept. So I was able to find a set for a decent price, and I imported it. It was sold in America through Hasbro Pulse as a Pulse exclusive, but this one got imported directly from Japan. So I'm glad I have it. This is another really cool part of the collection. And I know that this style of combiners is getting pretty old. Like, obviously, they don't do... with the new frame combiners, it is outdated, but I don't think we're going to get a new God Neptune King Poseidon anytime soon. And I don't think we would get a God Neptune first. I think we would get a King Poseidon, a God Neptune, whatever you want to call it. Or, I mean, a King Poseidon or Piranacon first, and then a year, maybe 2 years later, we'd get the God Neptune. So even if we did end up getting a new Piranacon, I don't think it would be repainted into God Neptune anytime soon. I can't get over how thin this box is. This is crazy to me. But yeah, so let's open this up. So like I said before, this was a pre-owned set, which kind of sucks, but sealed copies of this set go for like $500-600, and it's definitely not worth that. So one reason why I was really like unsure if I should get this or not is because the quality on King Poseidon was iffy at best, and then I was worried with this set since these molds have been used so many times, because these are half shell or turtle or whatever his name is was used. Combiner Wars Superion mold, which has been used to death, and these are all like offshoots of Combiner Wars molds, the Terracons, so they've just been used so many times at this point. But let's give you guys a glimpse of the box right away. As you can see, we have the whole team. Now you might be thinking, what? Aren't these the Seacons? Like, you're missing a member. There's actually only 5 of them, so there is no 6th member for this team, even though the Takara New Legends and the Takara Legends manga teases a repaint of Lobclaw, or whatever his name is, teases that the member exists. There's just no physical toy of him. So it would be cool if New Legends makes a 6th member to go with this set. I don't think they're going to reissue this set. If they do, I'm going to eat my words, and I really regret buying this. But for now, it's just these 5. And they are exactly the same as the Seacons, like same molds. It's just paint differences. So I think they look fantastic. All right, so now we have the whole team in their sea creature beast modes, and I bought this set used. Like I said, the condition that this set is in is incredible. Like, I know buying used, you never know, it's always a risk, but these things look brand new. I'm so glad this set was as good quality as it was, because like I said, it was cheaper than I expected, so I wasn't sure. I was iffy on quality, but like, even the cannon, his main gun, still has the plastic twist tie attached to the box. So I thought that was really cool. So obviously you get the 5 pirate members. You also get 4 of their combiner hands. These are the same combiner hands that came with the Seacons, if you got those. The Gen Select Seacons. You also get 2 of the feet to keep him stable. So these hands and these feet, they're better than the Combiner Wars hands. And I'd say that they're even better than the Power of the Primes hands. They make him a lot more steady, and then you can plug the hands on for an ankle just to get that extra level of stability. So I'm a fan of that. You also get his sword and his gun like I showed. So like I said, the colors of this set are phenomenal. The white, the green, the gold, the copper, like it all just hits so well. And we're going to start with the members. I have their names here because I always forget them. So we will start with Sea Phantom here. Now, I just plugged all of their weapons on just for fun, so obviously they can come off. And he looks exactly like Sea Wing. If you had the Gen Select Seacons, you'll know that they released them individually in different waves. And these guys, they just said, screw it. They just said, we're just going to do one great big set, which makes it so much easier to get them. I feel bad for people who are still trying to complete their Gen Select Seacons. But as you can see, like the colors are gorgeous. And these figures look brand new. They were used, but I don't know if the previous owner ever actually combined them or not. He just looked fantastic. Now, one concern I had was yellowing. The main reasons why I wanted the set. Because a lot of combiner teams, the colors are kind of all over the place. Except for maybe like Devastator and Superion. They're pretty unison. But a lot of other combiner characters, the colors are all over the place. And with these ones, I was concerned about yellowing. When I was looking at forums and other reviews, it seemed like yellowing hasn't really been an issue. You'll notice that it's not like a pure white. So, for example, I have Bug Bite right here. You'll see that Bug Bite is like a very pure white. And then this is more of like a metallic white. It's a little strange. It's actually really similar to Siege Apeface. If you have Siege Apeface, he uses this like pearly off-white plastic, and the plastic used on these Beast Wars 2 Pirate Seacons, it's very similar. So is my Apeface, I feel like has yellowed very slightly. Hopefully these guys don't go down the same route. We'll have to just wait and see. Time will tell. But back to here, we have Sea Phantom, who is a pretty cool looking little manta ray. I like him. Then we have, if you watched Beast Wars 2nd, you'll know that Scylla, whatever her name is, will stick out to you because she had a crush on Scuba, which added a little bit of comedy. So I just stuck the guns on top. And it's a very unique looking squid. I kind of like it though. This one has the most retooling compared to the Power of the Primes molds. But again, just a straight repaint of the Beast Wars, or of the Gen Selects Seacons. We'll save, we'll save Half Shell for last because he's my favorite. We'll go to Corleagon. I'm really struggling with these names. It's been a while since I've watched Beast Wars 2nd. So this guy, again, like these colors are fantastic. He's got his opening mouth and just really good quality. Honestly, I think this one is better than my Seacon version for QC wise. Like I forget the name of him, of this Seacon in the Gen Select Seacon colors. His tail barely stays attached to him, and this section of his head is always really loose, even in this mode. But this guy seems pretty solid, and I'm blown away because I was expecting poor QC. Like I said before, these molds have been used so many times, and over time, the more mold is used, the more it degrades, and it weakens over time. So for this guy, his head is a little loose, but I have that exact same issue on my Seacon copy. Wow, even his mouth is painted. That's awesome. So that's great. But yeah, I was concerned about the QC. Like this, it doesn't really tab into place. But honestly, that's okay. Again, same with my Seacons. The molds have been used to death. Especially this mold. This started off as the Combiner Wars Superion mold, and then got reused. And it was used for, obviously, Cyclonus, obviously Scattershot. But it was also used for Titan's Return. No, Power of the Prime's Hunger. It was used for Ecto 1, for the Ghostbusters collab. So the moral of the story is that this guy has been used a lot. And I love the Predacon logo on top of his head. So this one I'm probably expecting some of the worst QC, which kind of sucks because this is the most important part of the combiner. But he doesn't really seem that bad. And another detail that I noticed that I really love is look at how painted his mouth is. Like he's got the silver teeth, the pink tongue. This is awesome, and I really love him. I love just how funny of a turtle he looks. And as a team, I don't know. I just think that they're cool. They're kind of quirky. They're weird. Like it just represents a weird time in Transformers history when Beast Wars was successful and they just wanted to get figures out there as much as they could. And the entire Beast Wars 2 line was kind of random. Like we had Gigastorm, who was a Trypticon retool. These guys who were Seacon repaints, the auto rollers in the show. Like there's so much going on. But I feel like it just kind of makes it more interesting and more unique. So let's get all these guys into their robot modes. Okay, and here is the whole team in robot mode. I wanted to do that off camera just because these figures are a little bit older and I did not want to risk breaking any of them. Now that we're in robot mode, you'll see where the QC issues kind of come into play. There are some QC issues, very, very similar to my Gen Select Seacons that I got. We'll start with Scylla, or whatever you want to call her. Now, this mold, I specifically remember having pretty poor quality on my Gen Selects version. So you'll see that she is mostly white. There's not a lot of paint in robot mode. She's all white and gold. And it was a pretty simple transformation. Honestly, going through these figures, I had flashbacks to all the Power of the Primes and Combiner Wars transformation schemes that it was going through. So it was pretty nostalgic. But with her, the biggest issue is the wrists. Her wrists are very, very loose, especially on this one. So I had them come off on me while I was transforming her. But that's okay. They clipped right back on. Everything in the backpack wise is clipped in pretty well. It's holding up pretty well. So with her, I'd say the biggest issue was her wrist. And she's a little bit back heavy because of the backpack. So I'll just put her there for now. But she's pretty stable. This guy here, he has the same QC issue that, again, my Gen Select Seacons had. This is supposed to sit like right here. And it tabs in. The tabs just don't want to stay, which is kind of unfortunate. So other than that, like he's pretty good. He's pretty solid. One cool thing is that the paint from his tongue in monster mode kind of bleeds through the white, and I think it makes him. It actually kind of makes it look pretty cool. So they have all the articulation that you'd expect if you have any of the Power of the Primes molds. You already know. Definitely a bit more primitive compared to today's figures, but still not bad. So yeah, his backpack likes to fall down, so we're just going to leave him back there for now. This guy is actually really, really solid. So you'll see he's got gold legs, again, white, pretty much all white robot mode with the gold legs. He's actually really stable. This one has some tremendous quality. And you see at the back how awesome that fish head is. It just looks really, really good. No complaints here with this guy. I get the names all mixed up, and I pulled them up, but I'm gonna get them wrong anyway. So I'm just gonna stop trying with all these names. This guy might be my favorite. I did not expect the blue visor because they all have red eyes or red visor, and this blue visor on him just pops. It looks so good. And again, the quality on this guy was really good. So honestly, these two members, this guy and this guy, have the best quality out of the set. And they look so good all together as a team because they're all such unified colors. You might think it looks kind of boring having them all being mostly white. At least they match, I would say. And just the gold, the green, copper, it goes so well. And everything, especially in his chest, just locked together so nicely. So I was really happy with that. And then we'll bring the leader in here. We have Half Shell or Turtler. I get him kind of mixed up. But you'll see his quality was pretty good. These little gun slots can be kind of loose, which was the exact same on my Gen Selects Seacons. But he holds his sword fine. He holds his shield. And he just has, I love his head sculpt and his head. The colors just look so good on him. So I have no complaints for these guys. So some of the quality is a little rough on some of these, but again, I knew that going into it. They definitely hold together a bit better in their beast modes. I just hope when we combine them that they're still gonna hold together as well. So a lot of them do have very large backpacks, which makes them pretty back heavy, but definitely more stable than what I was expecting. So here we have the whole team. I think they look really good. I think that they look really cool. And I would love for the 6th member, I know he wasn't in the cartoon, but just for fun. So now let's get them into combined mode. All right, so here we have God Neptune in his fully combined glory, and he looks so good. So what I was saying before about the QC issues does come into play here. He is really not very sturdy in robot mode. I have him balanced right now, but he wants to tip over. Again, this isn't too different than my Gen Selects King Poseidon. That figure has the same issues. A lot of it comes down to the arms here on Skull Cruncher, or the arms here on Half Shell or whatever his name is. It's kind of loose in here, which makes him really wobbly. And then also Scylla, or Scylla, whatever her name is. She has probably the most retooling out of all these molds, and it really makes the mold feel kind of weaker and just not that sturdy as a leg. But I want it to be as accurate to the anime as possible with how I position the members. But like just visually, if this is going to be on a shelf, which it is, it looks amazing. The colors pop so well. This like green teal just looks amazing. The white pops, it makes it look really bright. The bronze accents and gold just look so good. And I'm gonna bring in my Siege ape face. So, because I said before, the plastic on ape face is somewhat similar to the individual Seacons. I think this is yellowed a little bit, or maybe it was just that shade since new, but it's a bit more of a cream, more of a dark white than what the Seacons are, but it still looks really good. And then I know he's not in the most dynamic pose right now. Again, with stability, I just don't want him to fall over. So you kind of just have to do what you can. And then if I bring in my T-Spark Lyle Convoy, or whatever sub-line he was, so you can see how they look, because they're both from Beast Wars 2nd. So they look pretty good together. As for God Neptune himself, if you're familiar with the Combiner Wars figures, you'll know exactly how much articulation he has. It's just like your general Combiner Wars figure. And then if I want to bring in, actually I'll put him on this side. My God Neptune. So again, they're both like not the most sturdy combiners, and I don't want them to fall over on me. So as you can see, they're all the exact same. We have the configuration of the limbs is a little bit different. They do both have the squid in the same spot. Other than that, they're put together a little differently, but it is the exact same molds. Except for Lobclaw, there's no Space Pirate Lobclaw yet, so you can get an idea of how they look together. I think I still prefer the wild colors of the Seacons over the Pirate Seacons, but they still look really good. And like I said, this is just such a unison color scheme that just looks so crisp and so clean. And then if you're not familiar with how big these are, I'll bring in a more recent combiner. Devastator is obviously a little bit larger than them, but that's how they look. I think they look really good together. Now I'm going to show you guys him a little bit closer in a little bit more detail. So as you can see, his head is just, I love the paint applications on his head. It's on a swivel. You can go left and right. As for his sword, oh, see, there he goes. He's tipping over again. But then for his sword, or his his trident, I guess I should say. Just all in that nice bronze. There are some more accessories that I just don't have out right now, because they do come with a lot of accessories, which is always good. And then his gun, but as you can see, he is pretty top heavy. Really likes to tip over. So the QC not the best. I think it's just because they've used these molds so many times. But they look so good. Like the colors look so good. I do wish it was a little bit more stable. But yeah, in all his glory. And then some nice gold accents on the feet. I just love the color scheme so much. And I kind of hope we do get a new one day, frame version of him, just because of the quality of him, how janky he kind of is sometimes. So from the back, you can see his head is gold and copper everywhere, and there's the nice unison colors once again. So this is really it. I know this wasn't the most interesting video, especially now that I have him combined, but yeah, if you guys were curious, if you are like me and you were really on the fence about him, if you can get him for a decent price, I would say go for it. But if not, maybe pass, because like it's not the best. It's not going to be the best quality, even though it is like an authentic Takara product. These molds have just been used so many times, and it's kind of tragic that that's the state of this figure. But it is a really cool color scheme. If you really like Beast Wars Second, and you really like the character, then go for it, because like I said, we probably won't get another one for a very long time if we ever do. But if you're just a casual Transformers fan, then maybe pass on it. But I'm happy with it. I think it's a really cool combiner. It's going to look great on my shelf with all my Decepticon combiners. And maybe one day we'll get a Magna Boss to fight him or something like that. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time, and bye.